Hey, Gary Baker here with you. Today I just want to show you the paperback version of a book versus the hardcover paperback. Take a look at them, sort of look at them from as many angles as I possibly can to sort of show you what the paperback looks like, as well as I actually made a video that I'm going to cut to here in a second that shows you these trying to lay flat on a table to see how that works, as well as compared to an 8.5 by 11. This is the 8.5 by 11. And then of course this is a 6 by 9. So you have a reference point there for the size difference of both the paperback. Of course, the paperback, most people are familiar with the paperback. Of course, if you open the paperback, the first page is the first page that you created. So this is inside your manuscript. In this case, it says enjoy your stay. So then you have that sheet and then the last sheet and the inside cover. So if we were to go to the hardcover version of the book, now when you open the hardcover version of the book, you're going to have this first page, which I actually learned this from Keith Wheeler over at Keith Wheeler Books. This page is called the flyleaf. So this is essentially paper stock. It's really thick paper. This is one sheet of paper here, and then you have this first flyleaf. So this could actually be written on. And this is way thicker. Like if you were to compare the thickness of this page to this first page of the actual manuscript that you created, which is the pages of the book. So that's the flyleaf, and it also has one in the back. And essentially, if you were to take this and you were to hold the book, the hardcover book like this, and hold it flat, and then if I were to move this in here, you can see that space right here, this space. You can see that there's a space, and literally you can look through it and you can see the flyleaf page and the flyleaf on the front and the back of the hardcover. So the hardcover is essentially glued to this flyleaf page, which is the first page of the book. So that's one page of a book. They've just glued this hardcover to the manuscript. So for reference of what I'm trying to explain to you, if you were to take the paperback and hold the paperback like this, this would be the flyleaf. This would be the flyleaf, and then the interior of your book. And I'll hold it up just like I did. You could see that the paperback is essentially inside of the hardback. So they've taken this, basically, they've taken this and they've just inserted this into the hardcover, and that's what they've done is they've taken the paperback version of the book and they've just glued the paperback version of the book to the hardcover, and then that makes the hardcover book. So you could see as well, I mean, the hardcover book and the paperback, the manuscript is the same size, but if I get this close enough to the camera, you can actually see my fingers here, I think, and you'll be able to see that the manuscript of the paperback is the same size, the 6 by 9, and of course the hardcover itself. The only reason that you have to change the cover dimensions, so you have to create a new cover because it actually is glued here and it overlaps. So the case laminate cover, the cover that is provided by Amazon KDP is a case laminate. They're just taking that and they're gluing that, or they're adding that image to the hardcover, and then they glue this flyleaf to the actual hardcover of the book. And I find this really interesting. I was actually geeking out on this, of the parts of the book and actually book binding, how it works, like real book binding. And that's something I'll be diving into here on the channel as well. And actually, I'm going to try to put a blog post together to really lay that out with images and everything. That may take me a little while, but the concept here and the idea in my mind is to really understand why you're creating a hardback book, this hardcover book versus the paperback book, is the purpose of the book. And in this case, Enjoy Your Stay, this is a guest book. I wanted to show, like, if someone was actually using this book, a real person, and they're actually trying to write in the book because they're staying at the guest place, at the cabin, whatever, it needs to lay flat, right? And of course, the 6 by 9 may not be the best option for that. Maybe the 8.5 by 11 might be the better option, whether it be paperback or hardcover. It's just something to look at and something to think about. not only just the size, but now that we have paperback and we have the ability to do the hardcover, I want to show you that as well. And I'm going to show you that right now. So here we have the 6x9 journal, Enjoy Your Stay. This is the paperback. You can see if I put them side by side, let me get out here a little bit. You can see the size of them. Now the idea here being that if you were to take the hardcover book, see this is the hardcover book, and you open it, let me see if I can get this to lay out flat like that. The idea is even right out of the box, it's going to almost lay flat compared to the paperback. You see the paperback, it literally will not lay flat. Now, if you were to take the hardcover book and the actual spine and you were to break it, I believe you could get this to lay flat, as you would with a regular book. If you were to work it in, you can see it'll almost start to lay flat. And at that point, you can see the difference between the hardcover book. Of course, this is a 6x9. If I was to bring in an 8.5x11 and then show you the size difference. So that's the hardcover next to an 8.5x11. That's 8.5x11. This is just a wide ruled composition paperback notebook, which is 8.5x11 wide ruled. That's the hardcover. And of course, there is the paperback. You can see if you look closely, let me see if I can line that up. You can almost see that the hardcover is a little bit bigger than the paperback when you compare them. But that's really what I wanted to show you, that actually when you lay them flat, or you have the possibility of laying the hardcover flat. Now, for example, if you were to look at this 8.5x11 paperback, you can see that will actually lay flat. So it's something to consider as well. The 8.5x11 paperback will lay flat. So if you were to make that a hardcover, that would definitely be something that people could write in. For example, in this book, Enjoy Your Stay, is all about guest writing inside of the book and then keeping that as a record. So anything that you would want to lay flat and sort of keep as a record, sort of long term, that's what you're going to get with the hardcover, in my opinion, versus the paperback. So I hope that helped, and you could actually see the hardcover, the paperback, and even the 8.5x11, so the different size. I don't have an 8.5x11 yet in hardcover, but I am going to work on getting that done, and I just wanted to show you that so you could see the paperback and the hardcover, and you can see the differences. And it really is amazing when you purchase these and you actually get them in your hands. Of course, I always recommend that because you're creating real books for real people. Get these in your hands after you create them so you can see the difference. And also, this is the matte cover. This is not glossy. So that's the matte version of the hardcover. I'll try to do a glossy cover as well and share that. But I think it turned out really well. I like it. And when you hold it in your hands, it actually feels, the hardcover version, I'll just say it actually feels like a real book versus the paperback. Of course, they're both real books, and that's what we do. We create real books for real people. And I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give me a thumbs up. Typewriter right here. Click that typewriter. Subscribe to the channel for more videos just like the one you see here on the screen right now. Click that. Watch it. I look forward to seeing that video, and I'll talk to you later.